Hey there, everybody. It is Kotip here, back with Siege for another night of NGS action. We're here for another C East game, U.S. Army Esports versus Protectors of Aiur here. We've got the bands up on the screen and the first pick on the map. Everyone is jumping in the lobby, so we're actually going to have kind of a quick start tonight. So let me hop in there. And how you doing tonight, Siege?
Yeah, man, doing good. We're back. We had a fun series yesterday, and there was a big patch just like half an hour ago. So these teams maybe had time to play one game, but other than that, we're all going in blind together. So
yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting. I mean, we saw, quite a few heroes see some changes, some minor tweaks here and there, but I'm very curious if there's going to be any any big adjustments to their battle plan here at the last second.
Yeah, I mean, we saw big changes to Tyrael, the way his death trait works, and Falstad got some big changes, and just a lot of adjustments all the way across the board too. So lots to process really quickly for these teams.
Yep, and it looks like everyone's in the lobby and ready to go. So before we jump in here on game one, as you can see there on the screen, we've got U.S. Army won the coin toss, and they took out as their bans Cursed Hollow and All Track Pass. So two big kind of macro-heavy maps. And they ended up picking Battlefield of Eternity, which has a lot of brawling that could be to that style of play. Protectors of Aiur taking out Braxis Holdout and Garden of Terror. What do you think about our first match here on Battlefield of Eternity?
Yeah, I mean, Battlefield lends itself to a lot of just bloody team fighting. Like, there's going to be a lot of action in the middle. And yeah, it's going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, actually seeing in the chat in the lobby right now, there's actually a banned talent on Falstad because of his changes. I guess if there's, I guess NGS has certain rules maybe with new talents or something like that, but it could deter someone from picking, Falstad this week. So we'll see how that goes. Also, Battlefield not Falstad's greatest map. What do you think as a Falstad player yourself?
Yeah, I mean, he gets some value, but he kind of gets lost in the mix because his race isn't like very high, and it doesn't have like a big map to fly around all over the place. So, but he can still get value as just a straight up DPS hero.
Cool. So here we go into game number one on Battlefield of Eternity. Draft is starting. So we've got U.S. Army Esports here on the blue team, and on the right-hand side on the red team, we've got Protectors of Aiur, who, since they lost the coin toss, or excuse me, they won the coin toss and chose first pick here.
All right, so let's see what they're thinking about these new changes.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna have to stick to their guns. It's just so little time. I'm really curious. It'll be really fun to see Tyrael kind of pop out here. I mean, it would be a risky play, but if they had something planned and now they have to adapt to it, maybe they planned on picking Tyrael or planned on picking Diablo or Falstad in one of these matches, and now they kind of have to reconsider.
Yeah, we see Raynor and Varian banned out already. Not the normal that I'm used to, at least. So we'll see. Maybe there's some target banning, some strategy behind all this.
Yeah. Raynor, I mean, with the Exterminator, I guess does have the burn potential on the Immortal. When the two teams are fighting in the middle, trying to burn, especially on the first one, can kind of set the pace for the game. So he could be chosen as a ban for that purpose. Varian we actually saw in both our games yesterday, so maybe this is a meta pick that we're not quite aware of just yet.
Certainly possible, because we are just getting back into it for like the last day or two, so
Yeah, so
we're trying to catch up.
We're going to see it evolve. And there's Diva as well, who actually got some play in our stream yesterday as well.
Yeah, and they were making a lot of big plays on the Diva, so I can understand that one for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah,
she's got the she does have pretty good burn too, especially if she's in her, you know, baby form. She has really high DPS. And she can create space and just be kind of a menace. What do you think about Johanna?
I like that. I think she's like the safest, most consistent, reliable tank to have. You do sometimes have a bit of a problem engaging, but you can usually work around it if you know what you're doing. And on the other side, Tychus Anduin.
I mean, you love Anduin. Tychus, good DPS, strong meta picks. Since the end of last season, since his rework, he's been hanging around. So we see him picked up here. Now, back to the Johanna for me. On this map, I mean, we saw it when we used to play. We loved playing Johanna main tank, and on this map, the main struggle is you lose some of her value of wave clear that she gets on some of her best maps like Tomb of the Spider Queen. But you can blind the enemy, you know, when they're trying to burn, and there is still some value to be grabbed from her.
Yeah, and I think she's the best tank at like making space for your Li Ming, like they picked up to have room to poke at the other side. So
yeah, I agree.
I like it overall, and I think the Li Ming Ana is a great combination, especially on this map. I think this is Li Ming's best map personally.
Yeah, tried and true Li Ming with the nano boost. I mean, if she can get one kill, obviously that's going to be the snowball. She gets her resets, and of course the nano boost is going to help with that. Here we go. Artanis had some changes, right? What did we see changing for him in this patch? There were some slight little things.
Some damage buffs to his Q and some of his Q talents, which won't be like a big deal on this map, but maybe just a nice like quality of life thing overall.
Yeah, because he tends to go with the auto attacks as far as this map, just for his burn potential. But
Gazlo Greyman. So lots of burn on the right side. I love that.
Yeah, Gazlo does add a good DPS to the burning as an offlaner there. And the Greymane Li Ming, great pairing. We used to love running that ourselves. Greymane can help Li Ming close out a kill to get her resets going.
Definitely true. And rounding it out for Mei on the main tank for the left side here.
Yeah, US Army Esports, not as burn heavy, but they have a nice, you know, array with the Tassadar has some burst damage. Tychus as well can burst down a tank. What do you think as far as just the complete draft here, team by team?
It looks to me like the US Army Esports just want to have a solid team fight comp and then have Artanis on the other side just slowly burning it down with amateur opponent. And I do like that style, but on the other side, they just have so much burn and poke that I don't know if it's going to be enough. So we'll see how they play out.
Yeah, I think definitely the burn advantage is going to Protectors of Aiur here. And I'm seeing in the chat, we've got a couple Protectors of Aiur fans stopping by. Mrs. Windup Bird here for POA. TNT Rise also showing up.
Te amo, mi amor.
Te amo. I mean, that's all you need to
know.
There
it is. Enough said.
So, here we go. Jumping into game number 1. Let's introduce the teams here. On the left-hand side, we have US Army Esports. Fracture on the main tank playing Mei. Surefire playing the Tychus. Team Swole picking up Anduin. And Pidgey playing the Tassadar. Up top, Unicycle Yay on the Artanis.
And on the red side, we've got Protectors of Aiur. We've got Redbeard on Johanna, Night Knight on Li Ming, Sergeant Scoops on Ana, Orion on Greymane, and up here on the top, we've got Ikplitek on the Gazla. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name.
Ikplitek? I gotta look at that for a second. Ikplitek. That's how I'm gonna say it today.
Ikplitek. All right, we're gonna go with Gazla for this game for me.
So both teams squaring up. No cheeky plays. We've got the solo laners up top. We've got the 4-man down bot. And both teams just posturing up for now. Fracture stepping out pretty far. Takes a good chunk of damage to get that globe.
Yeah, she's gonna be just fine. Anduin's right there to heal her up.
Yeah, nothing too much.
Not too many fireworks here.
We do have the Q build for Tassadar, so he's going to be trying to stack up on his Q. There was a pull right there, right? From Anduin onto Surefire.
I'm not sure. I didn't see it, but that was a nice little combo with the Li Ming orb right onto the Johanna. That'll be a good synergy.
Yeah, that's how they're gonna want to, you know, bunch them up so that she can get the most damage out of that orb.
Definitely, definitely.
See how it's going up top. Uncle Ye stepping back. Nothing too much happening here. I would say when I played in the solo lane as Artanis, I feel like you don't want to be too aggressive. He can be mana hungry. So he's going to want to kind of just hold the lane, catch his XP, and kind of take it easy until the team fights start.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a good matchup for Gazlo, just dropping turrets every time Artanis tries to take a trade, so...
He's not going to have the mana problems that Artanis has, and he can kind of... He definitely has the advantage in that point.
And Protectors of Aiur going in and taking that camp, I like it. They had the early advantage with all the poke Li Ming was getting, so they just say, let's take this camp. They can't get in here, so I like that.
Good aggressive call. You know, all the players were still up on the enemy team. 2.5 minutes is going to be when the first objective gets called, and you can see Greymane and Ana heading over to start their Shaman camp. No one yet to start for US Army Esports. Let's see if they make their way over there before the objective.
Yep, and it looks like top lane Gazla is converting that matchup advantage into the other neutral camp, so good start for Protectors of Aiur.
Let's take a peek here.
Artanis.
Yeah, he doesn't maybe want to give it away for free. And he's moving in onto the point.
He's gonna go for
May
it.
Is
May
almost
is
here.
on the roam.
And Ikplitek.
Big health advantage. Gazla was thanking the camp for that whole time, and he's just dead. They say thank you very much for the free camp.
Yeah, red team does show up, but just a little too late to make any play in return. So it looks like it's going to be a slight advantage for US Army Esports going into this, while there's a big combo on the Immortal Stun onto Fracture.
Well, good timing on the trait there from May, blocking all that Li Ming damage.
Yeah, and healing in the meantime, but still a lot of damage coming out onto US Army Esports. They need to step back and just kind of settle back in. They've got a big advantage on the damage on the Immortals at this point. Uncle Ye clearing the Shaman camp in the meantime, and blue camp down bot. Orion is showing up to clear, but did a good amount of damage to the gate. And we got a nice play onto Night Knight.
There's the swap, and Night Knight gets deleted.
Uncle Ye staying in. And now Ikplitek could be in a rough spot. There's a nice force wall.
Great force wall, but he's going to be able to just walk away.
Nice heals from Sergeant Scoops so far, but Fracture now splitting them up. Gonna be tough to survive.
As usual, the players make me eat my words, and he does not get away. And it looks like they're going to handshake and give the first Immortal over to US Army Esports.
Yeah, that's going to be a half-shielded Immortal. All the remaining health turns into shield here, so that is going to give them a little bit of a buff. Staying in ranged form, which is nice as it marches down into the top lane.
Yeah, but I do like the defensive. They have the Li Ming is the perfect hero to defend these, and Greymane is also great at it. So
yeah,
probably not too much damage here unless they give over some more kills. But we'll see what happens.
So already through the shield, about half health left here. Orion still staying in range form, doesn't want to put himself in a weird position. It looks like they're going to get a nice clear here. Fountain does go down, but about 2/3 health left on their fort.
Yeah, that's about as much as you can ask for from the first Immortal, so...
Yeah, that's a pretty good Immortal phase for them. Nothing too crazy, but well played, safe advantage they gained there.
Absolutely. And we've got Mrs. Wind in chat saying, doesn't his name say Unicycle?
Unicycle yay. Is that what we're saying? Unicycle yay for Artanis here.
I think you've been saying Uncle Yay, which personally I like better, but we should probably go with his actual name.
Uncle Yay, my bad. I'm sorry about that. Unicycle Yay on the Artanis. Thanks for pointing that out in the chat, and we're doing our best here, okay? You know, reading is not what we get paid for.
Swap lands onto Gazlo, but not too much comes of it.
Land in the swap. So both teams kind of just hanging out. We've got both neutral camps ready. No one making a play onto them just yet. What do you think about this Li Ming build? She's got the orb build going. Is this something you would pick on this map?
Personally, I hate orb builds in every scenario, but I know that it is popular. The level 4 talent, I can see people getting away with, but I don't. Seeker and Calamity for me at level 7 are just staple Li Ming talents, so I never like to see orb build, but we'll see if he can prove me wrong.
I've definitely seen people, to his defense, you know, I have seen very strong orb build players. It's not me. I just feel like I whip an orb and then I'm just waiting for a long ass cooldown. But we'll see how it pans out, because he's picked the staple talents as far as the orb build goes now.
And Protectors of Aiur just giving over half prep to go for this camp. Interesting decision.
Yeah, so halftime given up. I mean, was it a level 10 thing? But I guess they both hit level 10 around the same time. Let's check out some of these talents. It looks like blue team definitely has the advantage here. Actually, let's see how this goes. Redbeard is in the bush up here and can get a flank. Looking deep, there is the gravel bomb. Only hits Uncle Ye, and here comes the black hole in return. A lot of low health bars for U.S. Army Esports, but a double stun, and now Sergeant Scoops.
Night in trouble. Running away. It looks like they're okay for the moment.
A lot of low health bars. Orion jumps back in and gets the first kill there onto Fracture.
Nicely done.
Yeah, look at those
low health bars.
Look at the red team just standing still like, please heal me.
Lining up for Anna, making her life easy. You love to see that.
Yeah.
As a support player myself. And now they can kind of set up in this 4-1 situation I was talking about earlier, where you just try to defend and stall them out as much as you can while you have one person burning on the other side.
They came back up. Redbeard was in trouble. He had burned his iron skin, but the team came back up to give him some support, and looks like he's going to be okay for now. And a nice condemn into the Immortal stun. Fracturing deep now, low health bar, but should have his D available.
Lots of low health bars. Let's see if the Li Ming can convert these into kills. It doesn't look like so far.
Light
Bomb comes out, but actually, just a precautionary tool.
It looks like who won that one? It was very close. It looks like U.S. Army Esports just barely comes out with it.
Just barely got in there enough to make it just enough space to get the rest of that damage out. But very low shield.
Yeah, but that, you know, that's still a big win for them. It looks like they're splitting to try and potentially get 2 forts out of this. I like this call. They've got 3 players top, and they're trying to let the Immortal by itself convert bot, and it works out for them. And that's 2 forts.
It will do that, and oh no.
Gazlo
getting caught out.
Now, what do you think about... I was about to say Uncle Ye again, so definitely I've been messing that one up. Unicycle Ye going with that Purifier Beam at level 10.
That's an interesting choice. It can get a lot of value. I think it's a nice ultimate, but blinding the Gazlo, especially during like an immortal race,
Yeah, and Gray
is always nice. So we'll keep an eye on that and see if he can make he can make use of it.
What I really like about the Purifier Beam into Ana, because it's got an unlimited range. He can drop it on her from far away, and then she can't just kind of sit still and heal her team. It's a big annoyance for her. She can't have that long range, because if she's walking too slow, she's going to be caught by that beam. So could be a nice kind of counter to Ana in that sense.
That's true, and I do think their draft is more suited for team fighting rather than racing. So in that sense, I can see the logic behind it.
Yeah, and to their benefit, they've actually won both Immortals as well. On the back end of those team fights, but it looks like Protectors of Aiur making a play on the top side, knowing that the enemy team is bot, but they're going to need to be careful now. They might overstay their welcome as U.S. Army Esports.
Come on the collapse. They did not quite make it out in time, but now they're in a rough spot.
Sergeant Scoops.
And at half health already, and there's the Purifier Beam, just like we said, and she's gone.
I don't know if on Unicycle Ye missed the swap or the Iron Skin stopped the swap. No, I guess because he would have been pulled. It was very close. He could have kept that going.
Yeah, but I like the decision, but just gotta be a little bit quicker on the retreat there for Protectors of Aiur, and they get punished for it.
Yeah, they did a good call to get some value while the enemy team is bought, and a nice snowball right here catches Orion.
Oh, giant grapple bomb though. Can they turn it around even without their healer?
Look at that bloodbath. Just players just disappearing on both teams. It ends up being a 3-for-2 in that fight. Ana is back now, but it looks like U.S. Army Esports is going to catch halftime here.
Yeah, U.S. Army definitely getting the better of that. Big play on the Tassadar there. They were all bunched up and definitely got a lot of damage out in that team fight.
Yeah, but that gravel bomb as well was just like super well placed. So both teams showing some serious team fight potential. I mean, granted, U.S. Army Esports, or excuse me, Protectors of Aiur did not have Ana there for that fight.
Yeah, I have to question the decision to just be around it all without their healer, so we'll see. But they did manage to get 2 kills out of it. They're still in this game. It's not over by any means.
Yeah, for sure. They might, and you can see they're playing a bit aggressively. They want to look for something before level 16, and U.S. Army Esports recognizing that, making a little bit of space, clearing bot, level 16 close for them, and they're moving back in actually before it comes in.
Oh, nice sleep by Ana, preventing a swap.
Ooh, a big blessed shield, and now Gravel Bomb catches 2, but it looks like Orion first to go down. And that's going to be first kill of that fight.
Does get low, but he manages to keep himself alive, and it's just a clean 1-for-0 for Protectors of Aiur.
Yeah, U.S.
And
Army
they're about to hit
Esports.
level 16. Yeah, my mistake.
Yep. And they're going back in. They know they've got the man advantage now. Black Hole is out. Hits no one, but creates the space, and they're moving in on that Immortal.
Yeah, and they should be able to get this. Tyke is playing very aggressively.
Yeah, but a lot of low
Johanna
health bars.
going in with the Condemn. But not a lot of follow-up, and actually she's just going to go down.
Yeah, her Iron Skin was used before, and unfortunately she wasn't able to walk back out. I mean, not that Iron Skin can help her through a force wall, but that's going to be a third Immortal.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a lack of communication there, because Johanna was going in, but it didn't look like anybody on her team was in position to follow up. So
yeah, she kind of had like an angle she was looking for coming around the side, but it was just a little too split off from the rest of the team to be able to get the value, and then she kind of got caught out. But
so they're gonna, looks like they're gonna leave their Immortal to push on its own again, and maybe try to get the double keep play out of this. They're definitely getting the bottom keep, looks like.
yeah, bottom keep is going to be converted. Gazlo, the only one working on the Immortal currently, still has a lot of shield, and there's a
nice swap. And a big ice wall, look out.
Wow. Nice play by Fracture there. Catches 3 to keep this fight going. Black Hole and a light bomb. And they're
nobody
pushing
falls,
onto the core.
but they could try to end here. Their Immortal is still healthy. I would like to see them regroup with it instead of trying to force here, but they're going to go for it, it looks like.
Gravel Bomb catches one. Unicycle Yay staying in, but now Orion's a little too deep. And, you know, they're doing their... Ooh, nice pull onto Fracture. No free kills here. U.S. Army Esports looking strong in Game 1. Winning pretty decisively at the end here. 14 kills to 3. And they take Game 1.
Yeah, well played for Protectors, or for U.S. Army Esports, excuse me.
And let's check out some of the stats here. 14 kills to 3. They picked that team fight comp and were able to kind of execute what they wanted there.
Yeah, definitely big plays from May, Artanis, and Tassadar too. And Tassadar putting out the damage numbers. Yeah,
good damage numbers. He had 150 stacks on his level 1 quest there at the end of the game, so he was definitely connecting. And the Boomer in chat actually makes a good point that there was that really close Immortal where there was about 1,000 health left on the Immortal while Greymane was burning. That could have actually turned the game pretty heavily. So winning that Immortal kept the momentum in U.S. Army Esports advantage there.
Definitely true, and again, I have to question that decision to give up that halftime for free. I feel like, especially with the comp they drafted, they should be looking to, get on the burn as fast as they can and get ahead and create pressure that way. But they opted not to go for that, and I think that cost them quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, when you have the Greymane, and the Li Ming. If she takes Seeker, that's huge burn. And Gazlo, I mean, that's a lot of burn from their team. So that's a good point.
Yeah, absolutely.
But sometimes, that's another thing about Battlefield as well, is can be a little bit snowball. You could see the level advantage started pushing in the favor of U.S. Army Esports. They won the first Immortal and kind of took it from there. They had their opportunities to take it back, but... it stayed in U.S. Army Esports advantage there. Look at some of these talents real quick.
Yeah, I mean, we did see the Purifier Beam definitely get a lot of value there.
That's true. Good value from Artanis. I would say that's not the usual pick that you see, especially on this map, because you're expecting auto attackers that can get blinded with his other ult. But overall, a lot of value. I really liked how it played out into the Ana throughout there. Black Hole. Let's see. Light Bomb.
Yeah.
Ice Wall. We saw some nice big ice walls there. Some good gravel bombs. And Bless Shield setting up some nano boosted Li Ming. Just couldn't quite get those resets, and that kind of just didn't let her. And maybe goes back to what you were saying about the orb build. You do get some big chunky damage, but it's hard to close the kills without Calamity for that Goomba Stomp.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe the idea is that when you're nano boosted, you want to be just throwing out as many spells as possible, so I think that does fit orb build also, but we'll see. Didn't work out this team.
Yep, so that map, let me update the score here. Picked by U.S. Army Esports and won by them, so that could have been kind of, they got exactly what they wanted in that situation. What do you think could happen in Game 2? Do you think we're going to see any target bans on any of those heroes?
I think Gazzo, despite losing a lot of team fights, was getting big gravel bombs, so I could see that, and he was doing well in the 1v1 situation, so maybe a Gazlo ban. In terms of the other side, I don't know. Maybe you take away the Anduin because he just seems like he was keeping everybody topped off just constantly, and Li Ming never really had an opportunity to get in there and get resets going.
Yeah, you can see in the healing numbers as well. Anduin with 57,000 healing in that game to Anna's 31,000. You know, that could make a big difference. Artanis, I don't expect to be banned out just because it's kind of a niche pick, and it's you know, especially on that map.
Definitely a map specific pick, but he was landing quite a few swaps, setting up the team really nicely. So
That's fair. So we got a lobby set up, and it looks like we're going to Infernal Shrines for game number 2 here. Let's see. Protectors of Aiur did take first pick in game 1 after they won the coin flip, and it looks like they're going for the same here because they have they're gonna have first pick again here. So it looks like U.S. Army Esports again picking the map.
okay, so we'll see what they've got planned for Infernal Shrines. This is one of my favorites. I think this map I think really shows which team is more well-rounded and prepared overall, I think. And there's lots of different strategies that can come out here. Lots of heroes get unlocked, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of a well-rounded map. There's good macro plays, there's good team fight plays, and how you decide to play around the protector. If you're going to play aggressively with your protector, let it kind of go and you split off. There's definitely different things you can do here. Timing your shaman camps during those protector phases.
Yeah, absolutely. So should be another exciting game, and
You know,
just
something
waiting for the players to get ready.
I'm thinking about, we played an Infernal Shrines game before the match tonight, and we played Cho'Gall. You know, we won that game. Granted, it was a quick match with no healers, but what do you think?
Yeah, definitely always something you have to keep in the back of your mind as a pocket pick, because they can be very powerful in the right situation.
Yeah, so we are in the draft here. We've got readies from both teams. And this should be definitely starting momentarily. And we've got a countdown, so momentarily means now.
All right, here we go.
So we're going to see Protectors of Aiur again with first pick. So they're going to have first ban. Let's see if they change up what they banned here. They took Raynor as their first ban in game 1. See what they're going to go for here.
Yeah, I would expect that to change up. That did seem like a map specific thing. Banning up the Malthael immediately.
I mean, he's strong on the monkeys on the shrine. You got to kill, what is it, 40 of the monkeys, and he can do the AoE damage, and he can kind of just clear it out by himself.
Definitely true. And he's also just a strong, you know, he's great at what he does.
Yeah, solo laning, and would you consider this a double soaking map? I mean, I think it has potential for it.
I think Malthael would definitely be able to do it.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the hero. Varian banned out again. They're sticking to their guns here.
I mean, it don't fix it if it isn't broken, you know. Definitely, their draft went really well, and their team fighting and just the whole game went really well for them. So
we see the Tychus taken out, so that's gonna definitely be a target ban there against Surefire.
And Stukov taken away. So mixing it up on the second ban.
Yeah, Stukov is good on this map too. I think last time they banned out Vala, which was obviously map specific as well for Battlefield of Eternity. Ooh.
But that does leave open the Diva, so...
You're right, I think it was the Diva ban then. Never mind, I think Vala came out in the second ban phase. So they move right in on the Diva. Great map for her. She can blow up the minions, create space.
And the same one too for for
Well,
U.S. Army. I mean, I love it.
Well, Johanna was on Protectors last game, right? But
Oh, right.
yeah, but I mean, it's a strong map for Johanna, especially if she takes that Condemn cooldown. She can do a lot of work on the Shrine as well, on top of her wave clear.
Definitely. And just these two are just so... They work in any situation, I think, so...
Yeah.
Can't go wrong. Diablo, Jaina.
Well, we saw Diablo changes today, right? I don't know if they were any major changes, but he was in the patch.
Yeah, some buffs to some of his talents. We'll see. I mean, lots of big team fighting combo potential here with Apocalypse and Ring of Frost, and even just like a Diablo stun combo into Jaina burst damage can be pretty scary. So we'll see.
Deckard Cain banned out as the healer. So they do a little bit of a choke here. Stukov and Deckard banned out there.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. That would add to the Wombo combo kind of style that seems like they're going for so far.
Yeah, another huge root on the back end of a Diablo combo. I agree. That's a good ban. Tassadar, another target ban. I mean, good on this map, but also was well played by Pidgey last game.
Yeah, definitely true. So let's see what they're going to go with now. Two of their heroes from last game removed, so DPS going to have to switch it up. There's the Rainer and the Leoric.
Nice. Rainer, strong on this map. Good clear onto the monkeys. Leoric, great wave clear. Great on the Shrine as well, so...
Oh, and there's the Malfurion, and Malfurion got a new talent where at level 1 he can opt into getting a 2-second sleep after the duration of his root, which
it seems
very
really strong.
That seems strong, theoretically. That's like a long time to be stuck in one place, so
yeah,
we'll see if they go for that, and if they do, like how effective that can be.
And Lunara, one of my favorite auto attackers, actually pretty good on this map. She can do pretty good spreading damage onto the minions. How do you think she plays into Anduin with her poison damage and her spread damage? Can he keep up?
Anduin does have area healing, but most of his healing comes from his Q, which is single target, so you can get value if you have poison going on everybody at the same time, but generally speaking, he's going to be able to keep up, I would say.
Yeah, and she definitely doesn't come online till later in the game. Jaina kind of instantly has a big burst of damage. Lunara takes probably till, I want to say, level 16 to really get her damage spike.
Yeah, and I'm going to kind of counter your point here. I don't really love the Lunara on this map. You have to be careful if you poison a bunch of minions and get them all low. That leaves them open to being stolen away, so...
That's true, because
gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, you're right. Last hit onto the immortal monkeys is important here, and you're right. If you don't have control of the Shrine, she can kind of weaken them, and then it's kind of like the only situation where last hitting is important in this game.
Yeah, who would want to play a MOBA where last hitting matters? Yeah,
what a weird mechanic. Okay, so here we go. Game number 2 on Infernal Shrines here. Blue team, U.S. Army Esports. We've got Pidgey on Gul'dan, Rainer, played by Surefire, Uncle, Unicycle Yay on Leoric, Fracture, playing our main tank Johanna, and Team Swole on the Anduin.
Alright, and then on the other side, Protectors of Aiur. We've got Redbeard on the Diablo this time. Sergeant Scoops on the Malfurion with the mini rework. Jaina, played by Night Knight. Orion on the Lunara, and Iqlik looking to make big plays on Diva.
So Diablo's starting us off with a little wall banger there on to Fracture, who gets out safely. Both teams just clearing out their minions and making their way down. Look at this positioning by Redbeard. Great positioning to slow down the rotation. That's what you want to see from a tank. I don't know about the Q deeper in, though.
Taking a lot of damage. He is not tanky yet. He does not have very many souls at all, so he's just going to go down for that.
Yeah, I think he had the right idea hanging out in this bush. Probably just hit a W to dismount the entire team and then kind of step back. He made an aggressive play onto the Gul'dan, which is respectable, but, you know.
Oh, wow.
Nice
damage
play.
goes down. Just nice Q there by the Gul'dan, just reaching the edge and securing that kill.
So quick advantage going to US Army Esports here. And let's see what talent got picked here by Malfurion. He did pick the Sleep, Emerald Dreams. This is his new talent. Entangling Roots sleeps enemy heroes for 2 seconds after the root expires. So let's see if that, you know, length of CC plays to their favor.
Yeah, hopefully. But already a good advantage for US Army Esports. 2 kills to none.
Yeah, puts them up in the talent advantage. It is early, the kills aren't worth as much just yet, but it does give you just the momentum as far as clearing and, you know, a little bit of hubris as far as team morale goes.
Definitely gotta have that hubris. And now both teams kind of checking out this camp, seeing what's going on. There's the Wisps. Oh. Hey, Wisp lives matter. Let's be more careful with those.
So I like this kind of just standoff. Fracture now is sniffed out, and everyone's pressing all their buttons. Loads blown all around. Team Swole takes a bunch of damage, but just like that, Orion just doesn't have the damage quite yet on that Lunara.
And we did see the sleep pop there, but immediately ended by the Lunara damage, I believe. So a little bit of anti-synergy there.
That's true, yeah. And that I've seen that, you know, in other sleep situations where Lunara damage just burns the sleep.
Well, Redbeard trying to get on the point in time for the delay, but not able to quite do it.
Not quite yet. So the first objective has spawned here. Arcane Punisher they're fighting over.
Yeah, that's definitely an important one. Definitely gets a lot of damage done, especially early on.
And we see the bomb coming
already.
out. Redbeard going
Combo
in deep.
onto Gul'dan.
Leoric actually going down. Unicycle, yay.
Goes down. Didn't see where that happened, but the Diva Bomb actually, I believe, killed all of the existing minions, so they caught right back up despite losing control of it at the beginning.
So let's see if they can close this up. They've got a 9 minion advantage. It is Protectors of Aiur. 5 more to go. Let's see if they can get these last few. Redbeard, though, looking pretty low, trying to walk away.
Does go down, but team secures the Punisher, so I think we call that worth. And,
more or less worth. And, you know,
not able to get it behind the wall there on the jump. So
this is actually pretty good for Orion because of Nature's Culling at level 4. Gives her a lot of push power, and you can see that poison damage onto even on structures, and everything just starts melting here. So that's something.
And they get the entire front wall. That's definitely a good result. Even a little bit of damage there on the fort. So definitely great result on the first Punisher. Generally considered fairly weak.
Yeah, and you know they lost Redbeard there, so I would say that was definitely a well-played Punisher for Protectors of Aiur. Yep. All 5 members of US Army Esports down here right now, but it looks like it's just a Unicycle Yay is just doing a little bit of double clear. Uh-oh. Oh,
could be in trouble, though. Doesn't get the wall bang, and so he's going to be able to E right away.
Let's
so
see.
This is almost his entire health bar.
Goes for the tap. And it was a pretty aggressive clear, seeing Lunara right next to him, and knowing the enemy team was going to be nearby.
Yeah.
One thing I want to point out, Gul'dan already at 30 stacks of Echoed Corruption on his level 1. That is nothing to sneeze at. That is some pretty heavy stacking in just 5 minutes.
Yep. And we saw the attempt on Johanna there. Pretty good. you know, combo, but not really going to be able to kill her off there after the Iron Skin comes out.
Level 10 hit for U.S. Army Esports, and look at this. They've got Blessed Shield, but we see a March of the Black King from Leoric. We've got Rainer's Raider, Horrify, and Anduin yet to pick. Let's see if that's going to be the Light Bomb. And they're making a play in. They know they've got the 10 advantage. They tried to catch him out, but Protectors of Aiur smartly stepping back, waiting for their level 10.
That actually looks like Anduin went to the Holy Word Salvation. I think I like that. As long as you can, you know, kind of play around the Diablo Apocalypse, if he does go for that, you can stop a lot of this AoE burst damage that comes out, and all the Lunara damage as well. So
yeah, I'm trying to think how many real counters they have to Holy Word Salvation. I see the APOC. I mean, Diablo's combo as well.
And there's the Twilight Dream, but probably gonna have to get yourself pretty far out of position for that.
Yeah, so if he times that Holy Word Salvation, that is going to be a pretty scary tool in their tool chest. Fracture, actually, look at this positioning, going in deep, the triple stun.
3-man condemn, but here comes the Apocalypse and the turnaround, and the Ring of Frost followed up nicely.
And there's the Holy
But
Word.
here's Holy Word Salvation gets interrupted right away, and now Anduin in a lot of trouble, goes down. 2 for nothing for Protectors of Aiur.
Showing
and just
they
like
still...
that, they're right back to even in this game.
Oh yeah, they showing some life here in the mid game. Great combo from them. A huge APOC, huge Ring of Frost, huge damage all around. And looks like they're gonna have early control here on this second you know, whatever these things are called.
Yeah, I like this setup. Don't just fall back and, you know, have 5 people on the objective. Get some structure damage. Prepare for that Punisher. Let D.Va handle the clearing of the monkeys, and I like that call.
Yeah, this is actually great because without that front wall, this is going to do a lot more damage. But they're actually only 9 ahead, and they're... So here comes the D.Va Bomb. Creating some
D.Va
space.
Bomb.
Oh, and a big March of the Black King. He's actually still alive, able to walk away. There's a Blessed Shield onto 3. Fracture walking away as well now. Still a lot of control for the red team, but low health bars, and they hold it out on to the point. Orion at under 100
low health bars
health.
on both sides there, but blue side did have to retreat after...
And Orion backing entirely here. I know he had a very low health bar, but I would have liked him to just stick around, Sergeant Scoops top him off a little bit, and him push. That's where he's going to get a lot of his value, is on these pushes with his level 4 talent.
Yeah, we'll see if that makes a difference. This fort should be going down anyway, and I don't know if they would have gotten much more than that either way, so probably going to work out okay.
Yeah, I guess it would have been a little sketchy. I mean, he was very low. So they get the fort. That is first fort of the game, so you can't deny them that. Nice wisp positioning, giving them some nice vision as they steal that camp away. Everyone's topped off here. They're sticking as 5. Wave crashing on the top side. They don't have level 13 just yet. That's an advantage for U.S. Army Esports. Let's see if they want to make a play real quick before that lands. And look at Unicycle Yay coming from the side.
Yeah, but there's no tomb to, you know, lock somebody down.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, here comes... But he's got that march. I mean, it kept him alive in that last fight, so...
Yeah, it definitely did get value in that sense, but... Don't know. And he just falls back to the mid lane, and they see him, and they just step forward aggressively right away.
Big fear onto
D.Va loses her mech form, and in some trouble here. Apocalypse not really landing. Oh, never mind. Gul'dan in huge trouble. Good salvation to keep him alive for the moment.
Did you try to make a run for it? There's a jump.
Split off from his team, though. Self-healing. He's going to make it out. And now here comes the chase down with the Leoric slows, so be careful. March of the Black King.
Oh, there's the pull onto it. Oh,
Good pull and the heal just in time.
Can we just say that nobody died in that fight? That was like...
Lots of fireworks, lots of buttons pressed, but no deaths.
That's, you know, let's shout out to the healers there, because that was insane. That Holy Word Salvation keeping Gul'dan alive, and then That pull onto Leoric, ridiculous. Malfurion that whole time. So many low health bars on his team, and he's just keeping them topped off with that Moonfire.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out Anduin here. Great use of his resources, knowing what he has and when he has to use it, and just keeping everybody alive. So great work for both healers, but especially Anduin.
Okay. He likes Anduin.
I'm partial to the Anduin play. That's my favorite hero. So.
So blue team taking that bot camp. About a half level advantage for them. And
Protectors of Aiur have their ultimates back up, so I would expect them to be looking for a big team fight, because that's really where their comp thrives.
Yeah. Oh, one other thing. Oh, here's a double on the root.
Root onto 2 and just sleep, but Anduin backs off. Nothing too much comes from it. Redbeard at half
shield.
HP.
Yeah, bless shield down.
So that's a win for the red side here.
Yeah, they still have all of their cooldowns ready for this next phase, and we've got a full bomb as well for D.Va.
And it looks like they're just completely giving over control of this area now that, you know, the ultimate disadvantage.
But just like that, Fracture going in deep. And here's the bomb
around,
from
D.Va bomb and Apocalypse. Ooh. And Johanna is down.
Just melted there. She kind of was standing right next to the bomb.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you go in without your ultimate and they just, you know, the D.Va bomb and the Apocalypse zoned everybody away and just... Yeah, great team fight from... catch on 2.
Oh,
good
nice
pull.
fear on 4, but just more of an escape tactic. Does a good job as U.S. Army Esports tucks their tail between their legs and runs back to their keep here.
Yeah, I mean, they do save Raynor's life, but a lot of resources burned just to do that, and they still have this full health Punisher coming right at them.
And there's the jump.
No follow-up just yet, but this wall is already gone. Could they get the keep here? It's a little dangerous, I would say.
Well, this being a frozen Punisher, it's going to disable the keep again here with these explosions, so that is to their benefit.
And yeah, it looks like this keep will fall. Can they get their objective and get out? We'll see. Fracture going in. And he's
melted.
Getting melted right away again. Ring of Frost goes down, hits Anduin.
Ooh, a
Salvation,
big Holy Word Salvation. A lot of low health bars, and Diablo goes down in return.
Great Salvation, even just love the composure. Just, you know, he gets hit by Ring of Frost, but just because you're rooted doesn't mean you can't use your ultimate. So good bait almost, I would say, just to get that turnaround kill onto Diablo.
And I'd say that's a good trade for Protectors, or excuse me, for U.S. Army Esports, because that's Diablo's souls down now. He is back, so they need to be careful. Johanna's not here yet. Fear is out.
Wow. Comes back and just immediately goes right in, and there's that sleep from the Malfurion. Wow.
I'm gonna call sleep value on that one.
Big sleep value there for sure, and honestly, I wouldn't have been expecting that if I was U.S. Army Esports. Diablo just respawns and just comes right down mid lane and just immediately goes in, and they get a kill for it. So well played.
Looking good. Fracture again, diving right in, drops the blessed shield. Redbeard looking very low, and now here comes the D.Va bomb, splitting up the team. Fracture in deep again, trying to walk away, gets the pull from Team Swole, and that is some good Anduin play. There's the heal to keep him alive.
Yep, and maximum value for the tanks there, both taking almost their entire health bars, but not dying.
That's exactly
what you want to see.
Yeah, that's what they do, right? They just
absolutely
meat shield.
Yeah, but you did see there the Diablo lack of souls costing them a little bit, just being a little bit more aggressive than he can be without that extra tankiness.
For sure. Yeah, without the souls, I mean, each soul increases his maximum health, and you could kind of see just how he's kind of a little baby Diablo right now. So both teams kind of waiting around. Level 19 about to hit for Protectors of Aiur. No one gonna have that level 20 advantage. I would imagine the next Protector is gonna be spawning soon. So let's see how they're gonna play this out. Very passive in the meantime.
Yeah, but they have the right idea. I think you have to stay as 5 here. You're a death ball comp. Just wait. You can wait for the objective to spawn, force them to come to you, and then get your big team fight with the Apocalypse and the Twilight Dream and the Ring of Frost and the Diva Bomb, of course.
So both teams posturing up already. 10 seconds till this spawns. Condemned down onto that wave. Redbeard coming in on the side, jumps onto Fracture, taking a lot of damage right off. A double, triple condemn there. And just some barks, no bites just yet.
Yeah, maybe trying to bait out an Anduin pull or something like that, and
yep. Level
didn't
20
get
very
it, but
close.
I like the attempt.
Both teams probably going to hit it just about the same time here. And here's a flip onto Fracture, under towers, and now a 4-man Fear followed up by a Blessed Shield. And again, a lot of cooldowns used here by US Army Esports is a huge advantage for Protectors of Aiur, who have just been holding
there you go.
out.
That's exactly that's their Jeep scenario. Now, you know, they have complete control of this area. They have all their ultimates up.
Let's see if they can get that advantage out of it. Nice root, create some space here. Huge damage from Orion on that poison. And here we go, Redbeard diving in.
There's Ring of Frost. Holy Word Salvation interrupted Apocalypse.
Oh.
One down already, Anduin. But low health bars on the red side, so...
Uncle Ye looks like he's going down, Diva
one
down.
for one in the team fight. Oh, and Leoric falls to the poison damage from Lunara.
Nice root from Night.
Yeah, so we saw the Holy Word Salvation come out and just immediately get interrupted and Anduin get deleted. And I think from there, just the team fight was over. They get the return kill on Diva, but just no way to stay around and get those monkeys for the Punisher there after that.
For sure. So we see Mortar Punisher here. Coming down mid, 18 minutes in, so he's going to be pretty strong. Nothing too crazy, but they definitely need to have a strong defense to not lose the game just yet.
Yeah, this keep falls pretty quickly. Punisher at about half health.
About to jump.
They're considering staying around, maybe trying to go for core, but...
Fear onto Diablo here. Unicycle Ye misses the spooky hand, and now the red team is just trying to get away, and it looks like they're going to do it here. So actually, look at that core damage. Actually, a good amount. 63% left on the core now. That could make a difference.
Two keeps down. They're going to have to, you know, manage their minion waves carefully here, and this is looking rough for US Army Esports.
Yeah, Protectors of Aiur showing what they got here on Infernal Shrines. Not just out quite yet. They want to take us to a game 3, but look at this. Look at US Army Esports kind of sharking around, trying to catch someone out. But Protectors of Aiur playing smart. They know they don't see the enemy team. Wisp sniffs them out, and that ambush is negated.
Yep, and now they see them on the map, so they're going to take another camp. And just kind of keep up this minion pressure until the next objective.
So kind of a just a little round and round clearing right now. We have the upgraded Blessed Shield from Johanna there. The upgraded Death March. Final swing sends Drain Hope to all nearby heroes. I guess if you're going March, you got to do that, right? That's a pretty strong talent.
Yeah, I would say that makes a lot of sense. And a little bit of a trap here. Diablo waiting. They're going to let the Johanna... They go onto the Johanna Iron Skin. APOC used. Doesn't hit
Redbeard's got to be
anybody.
careful. His team wasn't right next to him yet, but here comes Ecliptic with a nice bomb spreading out the team. It looks like Unicycle Ye gonna go down.
Looks like didn't snap to his body there before the bomb went off, so a little bit of a mistake there, but is that enough to go for core? We'll have to see. Leoric does get some value while he's dead.
Yeah, and the shield is back up. Let's see. This could be a very risky play for them. Oh, a big
shield goes out. Gul'dan follow-up damage. Diablo already dead.
Jaina's gonna be next. She just got feared out of position, and there goes
Ryan with the big play gets a return kill.
Okay, well maybe they've
Jaina's staying alive. Twilight Dream goes out. There's the Holy Word Salvation, but 3 already dead on the blue side, and it looks like Protectors of Aiur are going to take us to a game 3, just like that.
I'm going to call that a big with balls play, just walking in on the core there and saying, Leoric's dead, this game's over.
Yeah, I love the aggression and just, knowing the, the limits of what that advantage is.
Very well played, and it looked a little sketchy, Diablo getting caught out, but they were able to come back right there in the rest of that team fight and just basically wipe out the rest of US Army Esports. And we're going to a game 3 here.
Yeah, that's great. Love to see it.
So let's go ahead and look at some of these stats while we wait for the next lobby.
We got 99k out of the Gul'dan. That's a lot of damage, but didn't amount to much because of just all the Malfurion heals.
Yeah, Malfurion with the AoE or the overtime heals kind of negates that to a certain extent. Gul'dan's burst damage not quite as high until level 16, but I mean you got to give it to him. 99,000. That's a good number in my book. Still not, I mean, for a 21-minute game, not a heavy death count, 7 to 13 there, and a lot of those happen there right at the end. So we've got 4 deaths each for Johanna, Diablo, and Leoric. Lunara and Malfurion in the back there, staying alive, our sole survivors of the game. Very nice. Well played by them. Healing pretty even, and Anduin, we saw some really strong plays from him throughout the game. It's not quite enough. That's the struggle of the support, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely had a lot of great saves, and I liked the decision for the Holy Word Salvation, but just the Protectors did a great job of always having an interrupt ready for it. Even after they, kind of blow their engage, they still save that one ability to make sure Anduin can't just, ruin their whole team fight. So well played by them.
Team's actually riled up and ready to go for a game 3 here. We've already got a lobby, and it's going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen, and it looks like US Army Esports actually decided to take map pick again. Now that they had the decision here, they still chose for map pick, and they're taking us to Tomb of the Spider Queen. We're gonna have a short break as the players get ready for game 3.
Let's see what's going on in the chat. Looks like lots of PLA fans. Great ult from Scoops. Great pick from Orion too, and Night Night to live there.
Oh yeah. I mean that was a good game for sure.
Yeah, definitely good communication at the end there for Jaina to, pop that ice block and buy a lot of time, and Lunara to take advantage of it and get that kill. I think that was really what let them finish off the game there.
Definitely. And So Tomb of the Spider Queen, another small map now being picked here. What do you think are some of the priority picks you want to see for some of these players in this map?
Definitely Wave Clear is the name of the game. Johanna comes up again. Jaina and Tassadar. Lunara is not a bad one again. She can, do pretty well in the Wave Clear as an auto attacker.
Yeah, it takes at least till level 4. She doesn't have like right out the gate the great Wave Clear, but she definitely does have it as the game continues.
That's true.
Greymane could be a good pick there for that auto attack or Wave Clear. I'm trying to think some of those other strong auto attack picks, or excuse me, Wave Clear picks. Johanna definitely is like kind of just the primo Wave Clear tank when it comes down to it. Off lane, you have some flexibility how you want to play it, what you want to pick here. I tend to just pick something I'm comfortable with when I have to play off lane on this map.
Yeah, definitely. We might see the Diva again. Leoric is a good one. I think offlaner, there's no specific thing you need. It's just kind of what you're comfortable on and what's, a safe pick in terms of getting to the team fights later.
Yep, you just want to be able to pick up those gems. So definitely not likely to see some kind of ranged, solo laner, which tends to be an unlikely pick, but definitely unlikely on a map like Tomb of the Spider Queen. So we are heading into the draft for game number 3 here, guys. We are having a 3-game series. Let's see who's going to come out on top here. U.S. Army Esports taking us to Tomb of the Spider Queen, and Protectors of Aiur taking first pick here with their Tychus ban. They didn't like it in the first game, and they're saying no more Tychus for this series.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially if they've got their eyes on that Diablo again, which works so well for them.
Yeah, there's some great,
2.
Great Diablo plays in that game. Malfurion banned out, so there's a target ban. Switching it up from the Varian on their first ban is U.S. Army Esports.
And I think that's smart, but I'm a little disappointed because I definitely saw that new talent getting a lot of value. So we won't be able to see that this game.
Yeah, we expected that when we read the patch notes. We saw that sleep could be very strong. I mean, that's just a lot of CC from level 1 on top of the root, that sleep.
And the Malphal ban coming out again. A little bit surprised. This is definitely not a double soak map. And no real advantage from being able to move between the lanes faster because they're so small anyway.
Could be a target ban against Unicycle Yay.
Could be. And the Diva banned out. That makes a lot of sense to me. And Jaina first pick, obviously a great hero for the map.
Yeah, as you were saying, the Wave Clear, great team fight potential, can just run between lanes and pick up those globes if she goes for that globe talent early on, stacking up. So she played a great game last game, and let's see if Night does it again. Picking the Varian.
Interesting, not opting for the Johanna.
Also kind of tricky because they've been banning the Varian every game, and now they say, hey, we're going to play it.
Yeah, Varian gets through, but I would like to see Johanna here now for Protectors. I think that's a great counter to what Varian likes to do, so we'll see. Sonya Sukov, okay, no Johanna.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I think
guys.
I would say Johanna would be a good ban in that sense now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Raynor, good follow-up for the Varian. I don't know if people... I think Ace in the Hole is still good, so that's a good follow-up on the taunt. It's gonna proc there, so...
Yeah, I could also see the Exterminator just to, get those gems quicker.
Yeah, there's options there. Let's see if there's any kind of change up to the draft Stukov. I do like, as a response to Varian, you just drop the silence puddle right underneath him, and when he goes in for the taunt, and it can be kind of tough for the rest of the team to follow up. No cleanse though.
Yeah, always a little scary not having cleanse versus Varian, but definitely can prevent some of the follow-up damage from happening with that silence puddle. So
let's see where they're gonna go with this. They probably want some burst damage. Ragnaros, who actually saw a bit of a buff to his Q build. Some people like him on this map for his lava wave, just pushing out lanes. You do lose the gems, but actually now I'm thinking the sulfurous smash as a follow-up to the taunt.
yeah, with that Durant there as well for the early game roaming around looking for kills is always a scary combo. But there's that Johanna, which, you know, she's not really going to be worried about that. So you got to find a way to get past her.
Yeah, you got to make a play onto someone else. And Ragnaros, I'm curious which build he's going to go, because he has a lot of power locked into his auto attacks if he does go the Q build, which is the one that was buffed, I believe, in today's patch.
Yeah, I think the E build is also popular for wave clear and teamfight utility. So, oh, and a Deathwing.
So Ragnaros in the 4-man, I would imagine. Well, yeah, probably, right?
Probably, and worth noting, no sources of percentage damage that I can see. So Deathwing could be thriving here.
That's a nice pocket pick from them at the back end here. I like it. I do like that Deathwing pick. Not a huge map for the global, but definitely, as you say, the lack of percentage damage could make that pretty scary. I want to note that there's a bit of a swap here. Fracture, who's been playing tank for US Army Esports, is now playing the Ragnaros. Unicycle Ye from the off lane playing Varian, and Pidgey on that Deathwing. So good little bit of swapping going on. I like that.
Interesting. I wonder if this is a taunt variant at all. That would be an interesting switcheroo.
I see a lot of people playing roulette. Got the balls up going on in the chat. Good luck, everybody. The odds are in your favor. I am going to tell you that. So if you lose, that's kind of monka. All right, so hopping into game number 3 here, guys. Let's see how this series is going to pan out. On the blue team here, US Army Esports showing us a bit of a role swap. We've got Fracture on the Ragnaros, Unicycle Ye on Varian, Surefire playing Raynor, Team Swole playing the Tyrande, and Pidgey on Deathwing.
And on the red side, Protectors of Aiur looking for the reverse sweep. Redbeard on the Johanna, Night Knight playing Jaina, Sergeant Scoops on Stukov, Orion back on his Lunara, and Ikbliktek on the Sonya.
All right, I'm really curious. They've got a pretty funky comp, so I want to make sure this variant is a taunt variant as what we're expecting. He does take Lion's Maul at level 1 for increased slows. That's nice with the ace in the hole. Jumping in, we see a quicker clear for Protectors of Aiur, as we would expect with their wave clear. Fracture being chased down here, does step away.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the difference with Johanna Jaina, right? Gonna be able to clear those waves out instantly and get this get control of this middle area kind of, and Rag in trouble actually.
Takes a lot of damage, but keeps them busy and actually, you know, cheekily wastes their spells trying to get him. So it does maybe help them as far as rotationally getting back into it. Deathwing in the solo lane against Ikbliktek, and we see actually Ragnaros coming down here. Let's see what they're gonna do. Trying to make a play. Ikbliktek with that level 1 block, tough as nails. Really good pick into the enemy team because Raynor, Ragnaros, that's a lot of auto attack damage, variance damage. Well, I guess not with overpower. So, but a lot of their main damage is locked in behind those block stacks.
And there's Redbeard slowing down that rotation. Be careful though, don't take too much damage for it, but well played.
Looking good. Both teams actually doing a pretty good job picking up all of their gems and clearing. And look at those globes already. 6 globes for Jaina in just 2 minutes. So she's stacking them back and forth here. And we've got the Lunar Blaze at level 1 for Tyrande. Back when we used to run this variant Tyran combo, that's what you used to take, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely just adds to the burst and also gives you the range to make sure you're always able to reach variant's target. And here we go. They've got their level 4 taunt immediately onto Jaina, but didn't see the stun from Tyrande, and that goes down anyway. Okay.
A lot of follow-up damage. The meatball from Ragnaros actually just followed Jaina there. It was really well placed, and Surefire just peppering away with that Rainer. And then here we go onto Sergeant Scoops. They're making another play. Is the taunt gonna reach? Uncle Ye going deep.
Wow. Well played by US Army. Definitely getting value out of this combo already.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of what you have to do, you know, as soon as you hit level 4, you have to start looking for those kills. And they're able to do it, so good job on them.
Bot camp was converted by red team. Got a good little bit of damage here, but now it might be Ecliptic that gets caught out. Does spin to win, gets taunted and pulled back in. Looks like he's going to be safe. Nice little micro play by Ecliptic there to get the spin for the extra movement speed. Just barely gets taunted.
Able to escape that one, and oh, Jaina though, face checking.
In a funky
gets
spot.
Taunted.
Able to step back. Good heals from Sergeant Scoops there. Blue Web Weavers are dropping in now. And that's going to be first objective of the game. Fracture, is he going to be able to step
taking
back?
a lot of damage.
Oh, he is poisoned.
He's ticking down from Lunara.
Oh, I was
Does go down.
Jaina,
but Jaina dies
though.
in response. So 1 for 1, but we do have the blue web weavers coming down.
I'll admit I wasn't looking at how Jaina died because I was just staring at Ragnaros' health bar.
Me too. But probably just had to step too far forward to secure that kill. I would guess.
Yeah. There's a taunt onto Sergeant Scoops, able to step back.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay. We saw the Tyran stun come out before that taunt and miss. So Redbeard able to step up and get some damage out there to punish that misplay.
Lunar's level 4 talent again here is going to do great work at clearing these web weavers out. Bonus damage against basically everything except the hero. So actually not too much gained. 1 tower mid. Oh, well defended by Protectors of Aiur here.
Definitely. We'll see if they can get their turn in here and start, stabilizing a little bit more.
Yeah, I think
Sonya going for the sneaky turn in.
Ooh, Pidgey walks up for the auto attack.
Just a fraction of a second there. Calculated.
Let's see.
Variant doesn't actually get the interrupt. Oh, but Rainer at the last second again, able to hit that knockback.
Redbeard needs to be careful. No Iron Skin available right now. Could get taunted, and it looks like that's what they're going for. There's the taunt.
There it is. Oh, here comes the Deathwing. Oh, this could be huge.
Deathwing in deep, looking good. Popping the Q onto Sergeant Scoops. Blocking the escape, and Ecliptic spears
Sonya
back
goes
in.
back in. Maybe ill-advised, but able to get away, so GG. But that is 2, or what do we get there? 1 for nothing here onto the Johanna.
Yeah, and that's kind of how we used to play into the Johanna, where we would be, as soon as we saw that Iron Skin, we would be saying, waiting for that taunt, where like once that Iron Skin pops, everyone, blow your load on Johanna. That's what we do.
Absolutely, and they do get the kill. So well played. But still the red side looking for this turn in.
Up top,
taunt on Jaina.
action. Yeah, to their benefit though, US Army Esports has not allowed the turn in, and now we hit level 10 for both teams. We've got Sulfurous Smash as we expected as the follow-up for the taunt. Shield
and the
wall.
Starfall as well.
Yeah, how do you feel about Starfall at level 10?
I think definitely for this style of comp, it's the right choice. And just getting that AoE damage down and more burst damage on your taunt target, I think, is what you need.
Yeah. So we see the Bellowing Roar and Rainer's Raider here on the right-hand side. Ring of Frost, Massive Shove, Blessed Shield, Wrath of the Berserker, and Leaping Strike.
And we do have the red web weavers spawning. They were able to get those last gems in, so let's see what they can get done with it. Taunt used onto Johanna and Iron Skin used immediately, and there's the Blessed Shield on the turnaround.
Not enough damage on either team, but just as you were saying, you know, you got to be careful taunting Johanna. Nice Ragnaros up here, making sure that they clear this out. But as you were saying,
gets cleared out, so they move on to the mid lane. Oh, Iron Skin used.
But Massive Shove sends Varian all the way to the top of the top lane, but let's see, he's on his way back, and he's going to be looking for that taunt. Redbeard under
there
towers.
It is, Johanna, no Iron Skin. Good follow-up, and she's gone.
So Furious Smash a little late, not really even needed in that combo that time, just because they got so much damage. But you can see how much extra when you hit in the center, you get a big chunk of damage and an additional stun. So that'll add to their combo even more.
Yeah, that being said, those web weavers did get a lot of value. Got the mid wall and the top wall and the entire bottom fort there. So
comparatively,
let's see. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Maybe blue side looking to get a turn in. See if red team can stall it out.
Oh, there's a Blessed Shield onto
Blessed
Fracture
Shield
alone.
onto Rag.
And they're looking
Ring
for
of
it. They're putting
Frost
it
is the
all.
follow-up. He's gone. Wow, well played.
Team Swole
And
might be caught out.
in trouble now as well. Lunara jumping in aggressively.
Surefire could be next.
Rainer is in trouble here too. Wow.
Very nice
3
from
for nothing
Protectors
out of
Iron.
nowhere.
And
Good snap decision making on that Blessed Shield. Seeing he's out of position and capitalizing.
But we do see a blue web weavers here. I mean, with a lot of players down, unfortunately not going to get too much value, so that's a lot of gems used. But I was going to say it slows down the push, but it looks like they're going to get a fort out of it during.
Yeah, that's not what you want. You know, you use all those gems and then the other team takes your fort and you can't push at all. So definitely a big blow for US Army Esports.
Now, I do want to point out that they can't get caught out by the variant taunt later in the game. Those respawn timers just take longer and longer. And just like that, there's a taunt onto Sergeant Scoops.
Johanna steps in to try to save, but it's not going to be enough. 2 down already.
Wow. Eclectic could be next. 42 gems dropped there. Redbeard running back in to grab them. Might die for that. No Iron Skin taunted.
There's the taunt again. Oh no, a disaster.
And just like that, the advantage goes away. 4 dead.
Yeah, just that one careless rotation is all it takes for the Varian to get it back.
Just about to have enough gems is US Army Esports looking for their second turn, and Uncle Ye says, let's take this fort.
Uncle Ye.
Oh, I did it again. I swear I'm trying to do it right.
Have they overstayed their welcome though? Not really, you know, just kind of.
Yeah, Pidgey able to slow them down with that lava puddle, so looking good. They do have enough gems now. Just enough if everybody turns in.
Yeah, so able to recover from that poor turn in earlier, so
And by the way, we don't have the new build for Sulfure's for Ragnaros. He stayed with the E build, which has been popular. Probably correctly so here. Get that wave clear. And the main...
Yeah, let's see.
What do you think?
Let's see. Got to get a lot of value out of these web waivers. They used every last one of their gems for them, so...
And top looks like it's not going to get much. So, putting everything they got into mid.
Looks like they're focusing on the mid for now.
Let's see this rotation from Protectors of Aiur. They're taking a safe rotation, nothing too crazy here. But I don't know if I like this rotation to give up the blue Web Weaver mid. That was probably their strongest spot. And now that got cleared basically for free and just a weak Web Weaver top. But they are able to push out the wall, clear out some space in this top lane, and a taunt out onto Pliktech. Starts walking away, pops the Wrath of the Berserker. Pidgey jumps in, fear onto Pliktech even further. Now a double stun. They keep walking, and Pliktech into the Lunar Flare. Somehow survives all of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of cooldowns used, and Sonya survives. So, and now both sides level 16. Let's see if they can... Let's see if Protectors here can make something happen off of that.
They do take the fort advantage, so that's 3 forts down on the back end of that push in there. So it looks pretty good as far as what they were able to get out of that Web Weaver phase at the end of the day there.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that one. And here comes Pidgey on the Deathwing again, landing aggressively, takes some damage for it. Both sides, you know, throwing a little bit of poke out back and forth. Nothing too serious.
And both teams still trying to pick up gems. No one has quite enough. So let's see how they're going to play this out.
Gem advantage for Protectors, though.
Yeah, they are quite a bit closer on the red team. Level 17 for both, 9 kills to 4. So let's see how this continues. Both teams kind of just playing safe, collecting gems. Nothing too crazy in the meantime.
Oh, Brad getting aggressive, gets Blessed shielded, double jumped on by Lunara.
Ooh.
But he's going to be okay, and Jaina dies on the other side of that wall.
Yeah, she got split off from her team and the rest of US Army Esports. Ragnaros may be doing a little bit of distraction there, and Jaina gets caught out.
Yeah, definitely some guerrilla warfare there. Rag just kind of aggressively runs in and gets all the attention of the red team, and they find Jaina split off on her own and get that variant combo off.
This is an early Iron Skin for Redbeard. Let's see if he can get away. No Iron Skin available. Shove. Oh, huge Lunar Flare right at the gate, but not quite in range for Unicycle Yay.
Great massive shove there from Sergeant Scoops to get the variant away from the Johanna with no Iron Skin.
Very nice. So a little potential bait here on the boss. I'm guessing this Wisp will sniff this out though. Okay, there's a shield glare.
Good awareness there to check that before walking in. And Sonya gets her 31 gems in. That's actually a pretty big deal.
Yeah, because now she can play a little more aggressively. She's actually taunted here. But it looks like Varian is the one taking a lot of damage. Pidgey now in very deep. Does drop the fear. Gets one onto Night Knight. Surefire chasing in. Closes that kill. Orion running away.
Yeah, so the taunt onto the Sonya there, but they end up getting the kill on Jaina, so... Now we'll see. They still don't have enough gems, though, for US Army, and they're heading towards the boss, and they're going to start it up.
So in response...
Red team is going to get the turn in on the bottom side, and they're going to know boss is happening. See if they can get up there in time to stop it.
It's going to be tricky with Jaina dead to make a big risky play into the boss chamber, but I think it's a good kind of compromise to get your gems in, deal with the boss, push out the lanes, and kind of take it from there, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see if these spiders end up getting any value besides just making space to clear out the boss.
Yeah, mid spider is already being dealt with. It's gone. Ragnaros on his way bot. So it looks like, yeah, this is just going to be kind of trade the spiders for the boss. And nothing too much gain for those gems.
That's going to put them in a tough position now because U.S. Army will have enough for a turn-in after this and no value whatsoever from these web weavers in terms of structure damage.
Level 20 also online for U.S. Army Esports, so they want to be careful for Protectors of Aiur not to give them a fight before they get those powerful level 20 talents. We've got Submerge for Ragnaros, Glory to the Alliance for Varian, Shooting Star for Tyrande, Duskwing, the Rainer's Raider upgrade, and then Stood in the Fire for Deathwing. Enemy heroes are slowed by 40% while standing in Scorched Ground, and duration increased by 50%.
And there's level 20 for Protectors of Aiur, but U.S. Army ain't gonna be able to get their turn in.
There's a taunt on Plick Tick inside of the spell shield though, and this might be the fight that they want. Taunt is down now. And this could be time.
There's the counter engage. Big Ring of Frost.
So Fierce Smash whiffs. Pidgey caught out by himself. Very low health bars. Kind of two battles going on right now. Let's see who's gonna go down first. And
Forest, but no one down yet. Lunar Flare connects onto Johanna. Taunt afterwards.
oh,
She has the indestructible, but she gets killed off anyway.
what a huge Ragnaros play to take advantage of that fort there. Pushes everyone back. Very unfortunate for Protectors of Aiur because they were so close to so many kills, but they got split off by the Deathwing, the Fear, and they weren't able to complete a kill in the time that the taunt was on cooldown.
Yeah, very close team fight, but U.S. Army coming out on top, 2-0, and they get their web weavers. This is going to be a tough defense.
Yeah, I want to see them try and get a little more. They don't have real good poke to try and snag a keep while two are dead. But, oh, well, here come the web weavers, so never mind. This should be really good for them.
Yeah, here we go. They're pushing in, getting damage on this keep already. Fighter at pretty much full HP. Let's see if they try to go for the core. Everyone will be back up in 3 seconds.
Yeah, they decide to take the safe route and step back and try and get another keep on the top side. Mid Weaver down, bot Weaver just about dead, so this is going to be their last spot to push in here. And if Plick Tick pops the Wrath of the Berserker in
stepping up, Varian getting low, but pops the Protected. And now definitely diving onto the back line.
We see the red team kind of stepping back now. Pidgey creating some space with her ult. And that's another keep down as the U.S. Army Esports tries to make a clean retreat here. Unicycle Yay. Looks like he got away. Nice. Oh, and never mind. He's back in and a nice taunt.
Onto the Lunar, and she just gets absolutely deleted immediately.
What a bait. Nice. Goes right back in.
And now they're going to have to defend this without their Lunara. I don't know if they can do it.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. They are making a play onto the core. They're posturing up for the game-ending push here. Fracture already at half health, though. Let's see if they can make their play onto someone. Double stun from the Lunar Flare. Now Fracture inside the keep.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of damage out here.
Shields down, 70% left on the core. There's a fear from Pidgey, and the
60%
defense.
Health bar is getting low.
Plick Tick, 430 health now, and they are
makes it back
on
to
the core.
his Nexus, but the core is dropping 20%, 10%, 0%, and that is the Game 3 and the series going over to U.S. Army Esports. Well played.
Wow. What a great series. Back and forth, all the games. U.S. Army Esports coming out real strong in Game 1. Very much favored in that game. And then Protectors of Aiur saying, hey, we can still hang in this game 2, and then bang, coming back U.S. Army Esports to close it out. Very nice.
Yeah. And, great play by Uncle Ye there on the Varian, getting so many taunts, and Fracture on the Ragnaros too. Just, the sulfurious smashes and taking over those forts at the key moments just really helped push them to the edge and get that victory in game 3.
For sure. All of them playing really strong there. Pidgey following up on the taunt. It was actually kind of nice to see, the taunt happen, and then Pidgey just dives in beyond the taunt target with the ultimate, and then it's just chaos in their favor. So as we look at some of the stats here, let me see if we're going to get an interview with someone from U.S. Army Esports. Let me try and set that up. So sending a message now. Let's see if we can get him in here.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk to them. Fracture was their the captain for tonight, their alternate captain. So he was playing on that Ragnaros. I want to see what he's got to say about that. All right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So looks like he's going to jump in here. I'm going over to lobby 1 if you want to join me over there, Cheech.
All right.
Let's see.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Fracture. How are you feeling after that series?
Really, really good. We have had a bad habit for us having 2 matches right now where we stomp the first game and kind of like fall apart on our other ones. So I'm just super happy that we pulled a win on our 3rd game. I'm super proud of my team. They played out of their minds tonight. We role swapped a lot today. And we actually ended up having we were going to have to take a sub. One of our members was able to come. So I'm just very happy right now. Whole team's feeling good.
It looked really good. I mean, in game 1, so talking how you feel after game 1, you're saying you guys have had really strong starts throughout the season, and then it kind of falls apart in game 2, game 3.
Yeah, so this is our 3rd official match for NGS. And in all 3 matches, we dominate the first game so one-sidedly. And then I don't know what it is about our game 2, but we're just like not quite there. I don't know. A lot of the times it's just some of the bans that come out as people react to our first drafts.
Right.
We play a lot of heroes and we roll swap a lot, so it's not necessarily easy to counter ban us. But when we play a comp, like a planned comp on game 1, like as you guys saw, we played May and Tychus. They got banned for the rest of the series.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those things where like, we got to work a little better on our alternates. When a hero gets taken away from us. So,
absolutely.
Just a little bit of growth for there, but we're working on it, and I'm just glad we were able to pull out game 3.
So are you guys a new team this season, or have you guys played together in the past?
As far as I'm aware, unless something happened before I joined, this is our first season in NGS. I played on a Storm Division NGS team about almost 2.5 years ago. I was on a team called CGL Black in Storm Division, and the rest of the guys, as far as I know, this is their first NGS season. We've played for about 2 years on Heroes Lounge.
Very cool.
But this is our first time taking like a second tournament on, and we're glad to do that.
So, quick question about tonight's patch. I know that hit about 30 minutes before. Did you guys adjust at all for that, or did you just stick to your guns?
We didn't change anything in our comps or our hero. None of the things that we like to play normally got touched. a lot of the things in the patch notes were like kind of off meta heroes or niche heroes and niche talents. It was a lot of like buffing underperforming talents for like almost everybody. Almost everybody that got touched, it was like 4 or 5 different talents were getting buffed. So I'm really happy that this patch came out. I think the game overall, all the heroes are getting stronger, which was a good thing. It was just, you know, they're hitting so close to the match. Everyone, like, we jumped in the lobby. We didn't even play a warm-up match. We were all just reading patch notes.
Yeah, I imagine.
And it sucks because it's something that happened to us in game 2. The one thing I called, you know, Tyra got banned out by the NGS, but I called immediately that Malfurion was going to skyrocket upward in the meta because of that OP level 1 talent, and it immediately got us in game 2. And I felt regret as soon as I didn't ban it. Malf is kind of a higher skill floor for actually how his healing works, but as far as his utility, it's very easy between his E and his R. So them giving us sleep, I feel like that's a level 16 talent. So it's just it was rough playing into it. We knew that was going to happen as soon as someone picked it, so it was better to get it out of the way.
Yeah, we were pretty shocked to see that as a level 1 additional 2 seconds of CC. Pretty crazy. Sheej, you got any questions here for Fracture?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, in game 2, you know, it was kind of a tough thing. You know, they had this death ball, you know, team fights, press all their ultimates at the same time, comp, and, you know, just kind of like, what, like, I know you lost, but like, what was your like mental like after that game to turn it around for game 3?
Most of our mental was focused on like, hey, we've lost a game 2 before after a strong game 1. Let's just not tilt. Let's look forward to game 3. I will say one thing I said. Despite us losing, I think we had 7 kills. They had 13. I openly said I said I think we're stronger than this team in team fights if they're on our terms. Like if we're the ones engaging, I think we're stronger than this team. And game 2, they did a good job with the D.Va splitting us apart. And they were able to just free pick our Leoric a lot. That happened 2 or 3 fights in a row, where even though he has that ghost form, I mean, if he's 5v1 and the bomb's going off, it's just too much damage. It's just one of those things. D.Va's one of those heroes that's like not really easy to play properly, but they actually had a good one. So it's just something that you kind of got to work around. I don't really love banning her because she's so difficult to play at a good level, but it's pretty evident when you run into one. But our main focus on mental was just, hey, we're better, you know. And I'm not saying that as like, you know, any sort of trash talk. It's just like, hey, I think we're better than them. I think we team fight better. I think our focus is better. Let's just, you know, focus up, keep everything tight, keep comms good. Don't anybody, because one thing our team tends to do when we start getting tilted and like we start losing team fights is we start getting quiet.
We
I become kind of the only one talking. Yeah, I kind of become the only one that talks, and even I get quiet, especially if I land a good engage and like the follow-up isn't there, and I get kind of like upset about it, I start getting quiet. So the main thing is like all of us coaching each other into the habit of like, hey, keep talking out what you're doing, keep your head in the game, don't worry about what just happened that was bad, worry about what we do next.
Absolutely. So I mean, great series for sure. You guys pulled it off. Any last shout outs, any last thoughts for tonight?
Well, I just want to say thanks to NGS, thanks to you guys casting. We really enjoy having our games casted. It gives us a unique perspective to look back and see. We're all going to watch the VOD to see what you guys saw. And I want to shout out Unicycle, normally our bruiser offlane, and Pidgey, who's our flex DPS, because in game 3, with no warning and without ever doing it, I roll swapped to Rag.
We noticed
and
that.
We had our bruiser switch to main tank, and we pulled a Deathwing. And I really generally hate pulling, like, because he loves playing things like Genji, Nova, Cho'Gall. I generally hate a lot of those heroes in competitive matches, but he did a really good job. He played the pick, I'd say, damn near flawlessly. So I just want to give a shout out to Pidgey and Unicycle.
Nice. And one last apology to Unicycle. I've been calling him Uncle Ye all match, but great. Well played tonight. Thanks for the great games, and good luck throughout the rest of the season.
All right, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks. I'll see you guys around.
Right, congrats.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be our cast for tonight. What a great series we got. Super excited to be able to cast these back and forth matches. Having a lot of fun here casting with you too as well, Sheed. So I hope we get to do this more throughout the season. Any last thoughts?
Not really, man. That was a blast. I mean, I think we got a taste of that Malfurion talent, and I think we're going to see a lot more bans on that in the coming days in NGS. And yeah.
Yeah, I agree. He's going to skyrocket in the meta. So thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. Had a lot of fun with y'all in the chat as well. So come back. We're definitely going to do this more throughout the season. So come back and have fun with us. So have a good night, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.